Hi, this is Ron at Mountain Laurel Designs. I'm here to show you a new product. It's our Goodnight Eva foam pads. We used to carry them many years ago, but now we've brought them back in even more sizes and different thicknesses. We offer it in 1/4 inch thick and in an 1/8 inch thick. There's a lot of things you can do with these pads, but one of the main things is to use it as an under pad for your inflated pads. Especially if you've got a really thin, lightweight inflatable pad like this Goober Light. As everyone knows, the inflatable pads are prone to punctures, and the lighter weight they are, the more likely they might spring a leak from a puncture. But putting them down on top of a 2-ounce thin foam pad is going to prevent a lot of that problem. Also, it creates a non-slip surface for the pad, so that's another benefit. You can trim it down the size of the pad. You can use it just through the main body contact area of the pad. There's a lot of ways to use it with these inflatable pads. Maybe you've got a 2/3 length, or maybe you cut it down to a 1/2 inch length or a 1/2 body length pad. And now you've got your pillow, your shoulders, your lower back and buttocks, and then you've got something out here for your feet. Maybe you set your ultralight pack down there for some more insulation. So that's another use, is when you're cutting down your foam pads, you can put a thin pad, either the 1/8 inch or the 1/4 inch underneath, to give you some more cushion and protection. Using really thin, uninsulated pads like this Goober Light with an R value of 2, if you add just the 1/8 inch pad under it, it gives it about another 0.5 in R value. And what that really means is, while this might be comfortable by itself in the 30s, 35 to 40, depending on how you sleep and your shelter, etc., adding this under it is going to give it another 7 to 10 degrees of comfort, off the ground for an 1/8 inch pad and 2 ounces. And should this have a problem and deflate, at least you've still got something. And if it was not too cold, you could even double it up and then just use it for cushion for your buttocks lower area, your hips, and your shoulders up here. And even this 1/8 inch pad would fold over to a 1/4 inch and give you some more insulation and comfort that would get you through the night. It wouldn't perhaps end your trip if it was just a few days to the next resupply or something like that. Another way to use these thin pads is in conjunction with other foam pads, like this one, the Thermarest or the Neo, various other possible foam pads. You can pair it under it. These all have the indentions, but if it's by itself onto the ground and you crush it down into the ground, you're losing some of that R value. Whereas if you put it on this, the part that's not being crushed, like everything under your back, that's trapping a lot of warm air between this and this pad. So again, it can boost it a lot. A lot of the super ultra lightweight folks will take this pad and cut it down to 6 or 7 links, but combining it with this pad, you're going to get full links coverage, protection for your bag and your gear. You'll stay a lot cleaner. And also, again, it cuts down on the slip. If you're using a bivy sack, like a lightweight hiker's bivy sack, like our super ultralight bivy sack that's a DWR top, you may put an inflatable pad inside the bivy sack with you, so it keeps the pad warm in your total sleep system. But by putting this under the bivy sack, you're again cutting down on the slip, protecting the bivy sack, and adding warmth and backup to the entire sleep system. Again, just for a couple of ounces. Maybe you want to get creative and get a 1/4 inch version of this and cut out some special holes so that it body maps to your body. Save some weight. Then you can put this on top of this 1/8 inch pad, and your shoulders and your hips lay here. It's a super ultralight option. So there's a lot of versatility in these pads. Another common way that this is used is to fold it up in like 10-inch sections. And then with an ultralight frameless backpack, this goes in your pack in the back and creates a virtual frame that gives you some comfort. And when the pack's all packed up tight, it provides a little bit of vertical rigidity that gives you a few more pounds of comfort transferred to the hips. Personally, what I do when it's temperatures above about 20 degrees is I get a full length 1/8-inch pad, I cut it in half, and then I fold it up, and I use 1/2 of it inside my backpack as the virtual frame, and the other part I just fold up pretty small and use that as a sit pad during the day or for lunch or whatever, and then at night I just lay them back together. So it doesn't have to stay in one sheet depending on what you want to use it for. We've got them in a range of sizes, everything from a 20-inch by 40-inch up to really huge 40 by 80-inch. For hammock campers, this 1/4 inch is quite nice, and you can cut it to 25 or 30 inches wide, however long you want it, and it layers inside your hammock. And if temperatures are above about 40 degrees, this should be completely fine, and you don't have to carry an underquilt. You can cut it down smaller, you can cut it in 2 pieces like I was saying, and fold it up and use this as a virtual frame, thus saving some weight off your hammock camping. And in a hammock camping system, this 1/4 inch comes into play because you can use the foam inside the hammock, and then you can use a lighter weight or a medium weight underquilt to get the quite cold temperatures. Again, having 2 parts to your system there instead of carrying one very thick underquilt that may be quite bulky with the top quilt inside of an ultralight backpack. You can just strap this on top or on the side of your pack. So there's a lot of options there, and that's why we think that these Goodnight Eva foam pads are winners. Thanks.